Hey game devs, every year Unity has this giant sale on the asset store where they put up hundreds of assets for sale at huge discounts, and there's always so many things that it's hard to know what to get. So in this video, I want to show you the assets that I think every beginner and probably every Unity developer should have. These are ones that I use on a regular basis and have since the beginning. So to start off, I like these Toon FX packs. I've used them in a ton of different projects. They just look great, and for the price, you get a ridiculous amount of different cool looking effects. There's the Toon FX Remaster pack, which is all the effects that I used to use, just remastered into new versions that work with URP. And Epic Toon FX, which I've been using for the last couple years because I think it looks great, and just it also includes a ridiculous amount of particles. What is it? 1, 2, 2, 3 cartoon. That's over 1,000 particles, and they just look amazing. So I put these in a lot of projects, sometimes as placeholders, sometimes as actual things in released games. Now for devs who don't like cartoony stuff and just really want to make something super realistic or HD, I really like the Nature Manufacture packs. The forest environment one is one of the most popular. You'll see it in a ton of different demos. I see it in all kinds of examples in people's projects, but it's also really good for release games. They also have a river pack that's on sale right now and a bunch of other things that all tie in to make really beautiful and big, nice environments in Unity. The last artistic thing I want to call out is these GUI Pro UI kits. There's the fantasy RPG one and a casual game one. Personally, I always find myself using the fantasy RPG one. It just kind of matches more with the theme and style of games that I like to build and work on. But I would say check it out, see which one you like most, and then grab that one. If you don't already have UI packs, it's really important to just make things look nice and pretty. And one of these will pretty much cover most games that you build as long as they stick with a theme. You might need 2 or 3 if you go with like totally different sci-fi themes or something, but like I said, I usually end up with this one as my default, so I highly recommend it, and yeah, I'd say definitely check this one out. If you've already got the art part figured out, though, there are 2 very important tools that I think every Unity developer should try out, at least in this sale. There are a couple others that are not in the sale. The 2 that I think that you should check out here, though, are Odin Inspector and Serializer, which is an amazing tool for just extending the UI. It adds a lot of features that you kind of wish were there, things to make the inspector easier to use and easier, especially to manage data. The Serializer part I was just using 2 days ago to serialize dictionaries, one of the few things that the Unity Inspector can't do by default, and this thing enables. Plus, it's really great for building out custom tools. If you want to build out like an item editor or any other custom data editor, it makes it very simple. You just add a couple of attributes and it's just there. There are a lot of other features in there, way more than I could cover in this. I've done full videos about it. I definitely recommend you check it out. There's also a free version for education, and there's a trial version for people who just want to check it out. This version is, I believe, for everybody who's making under 200,000 in their business or using it for personal stuff. And then there's an enterprise version that I think kind of helps cover the cost of making all of those other versions free. So go check it out. You probably will fall in love with it and want to use it in all of your projects going forward. Most of the developers I know that use it do. The other tool I want to recommend also has a free version, and that's DoTween or DoTween Pro. The free version allows you to do a lot of really powerful things when it comes to moving objects around. If you've got situations where you're finding yourself animating things constantly or writing code to move something from one spot to another, DoTween handles all of that, looks like magic, and does a lot of things that you wouldn't think to add in yourself, adding all kinds of ease modes, loops, and events and things you can call afterwards. DoTween Pro adds in some extra functionality like visual editors and a couple other really cool features that you probably won't understand until you've tried out DoTween. But I would check it out, go grab it while it's on sale. It's already cheap, so on sale it's even better, or at least try out the free version and fall in love with it and then start using this. I've seen this used in so many projects I can't count, so I, again, highly recommend this, just like Odin Inspector. Now, not everybody wants to just build with low-level tools and keep putting everything together themselves. And if that's you, you just want to build a game and get it out there quickly and start right away, then you're going to want to check out these 2 assets. The first is RPG Builder. It allows you to build out a full-on role-playing game without really having to write any code. You can, of course, add on and extend it, and it ties in with a whole bunch of different assets, but it gives you the core framework for having a game that's got characters, abilities, spells, items, and all of the things that you would imagine in an RPG. If you just want to make a game and have it playable right away, this is a great way to start. It's also a really good learning resource if you want to see how to build something like this yourself. And there are a ton of other assets that Blink makes available that tie in with it, like character controllers, characters, visual models, weapons, icons, and everything else that all just kind of work with it. I've used it myself on a couple different projects, and I can say it's definitely worth trying out and definitely worth using, especially if you're not sure how to build an RPG and you just want to get one going. Now, another kit that I haven't actually used much myself, just loosely played with, but I know a couple artists who've made games with, is the CCG Kit. If you want to build a card game, then this is, I think, the way to go. It's got online multiplayer modes. It's got basically all of the core things that you would imagine in a card game. And then you can build on top of it, put it together your own logic, create your own cards, and make your own game. I think this is a great way to get started if you want to make a card game, and probably the foundation that I would use if I was going to make one myself. Didn't have a huge team that already knew exactly how we wanted to build it. Also, again, a great learning resource for anybody who doesn't know exactly how to build something like this, but wants to get into it. That's one of my favorite things about grabbing these starter kits. They're just awesome for learning and understanding how people might put things together. This next one might seem a little out of place for beginners, but I think it's really cool and so easy to use that you're going to want to check it out and then kind of grow and see what other cool stuff you can do. This is the Highlight Plus effects from Connect. It doesn't just do highlights though. If we take a look at it, you can see that it's got all kinds of different glows, hit effects, targeting effects, see-through effects, and things that are aligning to the ground. It's got cool different sprite visuals and a whole bunch of other very interesting things that it can do, and all you really have to do is pop it in there and turn it on. It's pretty easy to use and very straightforward, and it's also a good introduction to starting to use shaders for things. You can see some of the things that it can do, some of the power that's there. You don't really have to understand it all and spend a ton of time building it. It only takes just a minute or two to actually integrate right into your game. So check this out, and also check out some of the other Connect assets. There's a lot of really cool stuff that they can do just by dropping it into your game and enabling a couple of settings. Now, earlier I talked about RPG Builder, which is amazing if you want to build a role-playing game, but if you want to build something that's maybe not an RPG but still has a lot of dialogue, which is basically a third of the games that I can think of, then Dialogue System for Unity has got you covered. This is a really powerful tool that lets you build node-based dialogues that branch and flow exactly as you would expect, and then can tie into just about any kind of game. Well, really tie into any kind of game. You could use this in an RPG, you could use this in a strategy game, an exploration game, an MMO, or anything else, and then have it control your dialogue system so that you don't have to build all of those tools. It also ties in and uses a bunch of very common editor tools for doing dialogue data. So if you like to use Ink, is one I've used plenty of times, but there are plenty of other ones on here. If you like to use Twine, Yarn, Spinner, I've never used Neverwinters, but I know some guys who definitely have, then this actually has all of those covered for you. And I believe it's even got an AI add-on that'll do some generation for you too, to get some placeholder text in if you're trying to build these things out. I've used this one a couple times, and again, I love it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be recommending it. So if you need dialogue in a game, I would say go check this one out. Now, there are three other things that I wanted to talk about that are great for beginners, but only for specific types of beginners. This first one is great if you're already a game developer, and it's Behavior Designer by Opsiv. This allows you to do behavior trees right in Unity that you can build and debug with a whole bunch of great presets. So if you're already building games and you're used to having some sort of nice visual system for this, then Behavior Designer is a great one to check out and pull into your project. Now, the reason I say this is only really great for existing game developers right at the beginning part is just because you've got to actually know what a behavior tree is to know that you need it. So if you're at the point where you're thinking, hey, I need game AI logic for my characters, then check it out. And maybe even if you don't have previous game dev experience, you're at that point where you want to have some units walking around, maybe patrolling an area, going into garden, chasing after somebody. This might be a really good introduction to that as well. Next, if you're coming from a web background, you're definitely going to want to check out HotReload. There's actually a free trial that you can go grab, go see exactly how it works, but it essentially makes Unity work a lot like your web development, where you write code and it just instantly applies. Well, within a couple milliseconds applies without you having to stop and restart your game. I've done full-on videos about this thing. It is really powerful and really useful for when you're doing some modifications and you just want to change the way things work. In the demos, they show building out a full game like that, where you're going step by step, but I found it even more useful when I'm trying to add in or modify features or debug things. It's extremely powerful, and you get that same like web development flow where you write your code and the stuff just magically happens. You don't have to wait for reloads. Even if you're not a web developer, you should probably try this thing out. I mean, I think everybody should try it out. It feels kind of like edit and continue used to be back in the day, but without having to stop and continue and all of the time and delay. It's just so quick. So go try it out. It's a huge time saver, save you a bunch of time if your game has any sort of process between getting started and getting to the point where you're doing the things that you actually care about, which is just about any game. Now, this last one I think will be really appealing to enterprise developers. If you're used to having things checked and tested and validated, then Odin Validator will at least get you part of the way there. It scans through your entire project and looks for issues and errors. It allows you to do custom validation, though if you're beginning, you may not care too much about the custom stuff, but right out of the box, it will tell you a bunch of issues in your project, if there are any, and give you the option to fix them. I think it's extremely powerful, and I really like it. I would say if you're a solo beginner, it may not be the thing that you need, but if you're used to having your code automatically validated and cleaned up, or you've got a project with a couple people working on it and you want to make sure that things are staying clean and things are not getting messed up and not broken, this is a great way to do it because it automates all of that. Again, not necessarily the beginner tool, but for enterprise devs who like to have all this stuff automated and are just jumping into Unity, this is something that I found that they really enjoy and really appreciate. And I love it myself. So another tool that I just highly recommend. That's it for this video. There are, of course, a ton of other things on this sale that I think are great. If there's anything that you recommend that I didn't mention, I'd love to hear it. And if you have feedback on any of these tools, I'd love to hear it as well. So far, I've used them all. They're all things that I've used in multiple projects. And again, highly recommend. I recommend them to friends all the time. That's why I'm recommending them here. So if you have thoughts on those that maybe are different or add to it, I'd love to know about those as well. All right, thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.